sun as the unifier of people all across. Right? I'm not even limiting here to India only.
40 degrees and above temperatures were an anomaly. Now it's a mainstream activity, and a lot of new areas to improve solar performance once temperature increases are being explored.
But we feel that India has got a very good future. Today, we are manufacturing about 200 gigawatt of modules in India, and each gigawatt, let's say, costs about 100 to 200 crores to set up a manufacturing plant in India.
Some of the startups or innovators have succeeded to create a good AI-based energy batteries in which we can create a larger amount of energies for the longer period of time, so we can solve that particular challenge over there.
Solar and other renewable energy sources represent the essence of the triple bottom line: people, planet and profit. They are also central to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 7, which calls for access to affordable, reliable and clean energy for all. Recently, while reading a book, I came across a discussion on William Dalrymple's The Golden Road. It spoke about how, for many centuries, India's ideas, knowledge systems, science, mathematics, technology, art, and culture influenced large parts of the world. What particularly caught my attention was the question raised in the book: can India do so again? As we gather to discuss solar energy and sustainability, that question feels especially relevant. Can India once again lead to a transformation that shapes the future, not only for itself but for the world? Can our progress in solar energy become an example of how economic growth, environmental responsibility and social development can move forward together? These are important questions to reflect upon. On that note, I am Naina Gautam, editor, Sustainability Karma. It's my immense privilege to welcome our distinct speakers. We are joined by Pratyush Thakur, Country Head, Blueleaf Energy; Subrahmanyam Pulipaka, CEO, National Solar Energy Federation of India; Amit Manohar, Secretary General, Indian Solar Manufacturers Association; Alok Pandey, CEO, Atal Incubation Center, Indian Institute of Technology, New Delhi. Pratyush, I'll start with you. Since I brought in the broader historical context in the beginning, for now we have one world, one sun, one grid announced. How will it lead to increased sustainability in times for green transition?
Yeah, that's a very important concept. It is, it's visionary, and it looks like very, very hard to achieve. But let us go to the foundations of this whole concept, that we have one sun which powers the whole world. And in a time where we are hearing voices of too much protectionism, anti-globalization, and every country trying to figure out how they can stop exchange of goods and then ideas and then people, this concept is a contrarian approach to that, where we are saying that why don't we connect the grids so that the whole world can use the benefits of sun and can transport energy from places having better solar resources to places where the solar resources are low. We already have an interconnected grid in South Asia. The Indian grid is already connected to Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh. So we trade energy many a time. We supply energy to these countries. Sometimes we buy energy from them. So we already have an interconnected regional grid. There are similar examples of regional grids in Europe, in Africa, in South America. So connecting grids gives more capacity for us to integrate more renewables, because larger the size of grid, the better it can handle the intermittencies, the changes in generation. In sometimes if there's a cloud cover at one specific location, the generation of solar comes down. But if it's part of a larger grid, then that'll be a very small impact on the overall grid. So integrating regional grids is a great concept. But I think we should also get to the bottom of it, where we are looking at sun as the unifier of people all across, right? I'm not even limiting here to India only. All over the world, we are all connected by sun. We are all energized by the sun. And hence, it's important that we are receptive to various ideas which are coming up all across the world. There are so many new ideas in deep tech which are coming up. And with the larger scale of solar energy operating in the country, there will be several areas where there can be optimization, there can be energy improvement, there can be better technologies for forecasting, and there could be better technologies and solutions for creating more solar energy, which we need, as I mentioned earlier. So let's welcome ideas, entrepreneurs, even products from all across the world, so that we can maximize the use of solar energy and minimize the impact of climate change.
Thank you so much, Pratyush, for that insightful answer. Subrahmanyam Pulipaka, CEO, National Solar Energy Federation of India. And I come to you. El Nino effect is worsening. This leads to more demand for air conditioners, which means more energy and electricity usage will be done. There are things like Lu, which impacts the electrons, leading to less generation of solar. It's a cycle we are caught in if we see it in a larger context. So how do we balance this complex cycle?
It's a very topical and need of the hour question, and when I don't have a simpler answer for it. And 40 degrees and above temperatures were an anomaly. Now it's a mainstream activity, and a lot of new areas to improve solar performance once temperature increases are being explored. So maybe in next 2-3 years we might end up with more sustainable solutions. But I'll give you some more context and answer your point in two parts. One, climate change itself is caused by fossil fuels which emit carbon dioxide, and we are trying to add more renewable energy so that our fossil fuel consumption decreases, and then we decrease the contribution of carbon emissions, and by that logic we'll decrease the total impact on climate change. So the very essence of renewables is that. Now, as you mentioned, the other part of the cycle is because of climate change, temperatures increasing, and whatever RE we have installed is also subjected to the heat stress. And although I'm tempted to talk about the physics of temperature relation with solar cell efficiency and performance, it does definitely affect solar generation. There are a couple of solutions that one, of course, is that if at all we were to co-locate solar, the temperature gradient, the difference between the temperature below the panel and above the panel, if it is slightly higher, then the total impact on the panel will be less, and it can help us. Not significant difference between non-co-located and co-located, but it can still be an answer to it. This is point number one. On point number two, going back to the bigger picture, as we increase our air conditioner load, we are seeing two peaks in our country when it comes to power demand. And it's very interesting observation. So energy storage integration into solar projects, both existing and of course upcoming, we also have a pipeline of 103 gigawatt and 315 gigawatt hour of capacity already planned in our both central and state grids. But that is one aspect that we are seeing how solar can help us meet that peak demand. Solar hours, of course, we are now at 30, we will slowly become 50%. But non-solar hours from zero, if we can go maybe up to 15 to 20% to begin with. And wind is doing a pretty fabulous job here. They are close to 25% in our non-solar hours when it comes to energy generation, and that's a huge relief. Both our consumption of fossil fuels is less at that time, and wind is able to pick up most of the weight where solar couldn't. So these are the two broader answers for your question. But there should be definitely some kind of more focused research and solutions that we need when it comes to how the increase in temperatures are sort of affecting our solar performance, and how we can address that. Coincidentally, India is home to two large UN bodies, both International Solar Alliance and Coalition for Disaster Resilience Infrastructure, CDRI. And I think both of them are also equally working on this. And we need more young entrepreneurs and researchers to come and work on this.
Thank you so much. And I come to Amit Manohar, Secretary General, Indian Solar Manufacturers Association. Sustainability also means financial viability of the solution also. How are we placed in this context in solar?
So on the financial viability part, I mean, solar, I will talk about the value chain. I mean, it starts, let's say on the upstream, it's the modules, then the cells, then you have the wafers, the ingots, and the polysilicon. Now, 5 years back, we were exporting most of it in India. I mean, whether it's the modules, cells, everything. Now, today, I mean, we are manufacturing about 200 gigawatt of modules in India. And each gigawatt, let's say, costs about 100 to 200 crores to set up a manufacturing plant in India. And most of these plants are profitable. So on the financial viability, module manufacturing is quite viable. I mean, to all the youth there, I mean, this is one area where you can, if not get into the module manufacturing, at least into the ancillary part is one area where you can go into the manufacturing. On the ancillary, I'm talking about the inverters, junction boxes, aluminum frames, or glass. Glass could be a little capital intensive, but on the solar, these are the areas where the youth today can take an entrepreneurial jump. Coming back to the cells part, this is a capital intensive business, about, I would say, 500, 600 crores per gigawatt. The payback could be 4 to 5 years. Once again, capital intensive business, but I mean, as we move backwards, the margins also increase, but the capital intensity goes up. To set up a wafer ingot plant in India will cost about 600 to 800 crores, depending on where you get the capital machinery from. So that's also a very capital intensive business. But at the same time, let me come back to the viability part. Most of these plants which have been set up in India in the last 5 years are doing very well. In fact, a few of the cell manufacturers in India, they have listed on the stock markets also. Their results are out in the public. And what we feel that India has got a very good future. Solar module manufacturing is about 200 gigawatts. Cell manufacturing is about 30 gigawatt, expected to reach about 100 gigawatt by next year end. Solar wafer ingot manufacturing, we are expecting to touch about 50 gigawatt by 2028. Polysilicon will follow that. So we are moving in a very phased-wise manner. I think 10 years back, we did not have any of these value chains in India present. I mean, we hardly had any module manufacturing. So now first we, let's say, captured that value chain. We moved backwards to cell, then we are moving back to ingot wafers, and then we'll move back to polysilicon. Polysilicon being the most expensive and I would say the most capital intensive. And it's a very tough process. I mean, that's why we are taking time to reach there. But I think in the next 10 years or so, we'll capture the whole value chain. To all the entrepreneurs, to all the youth there, I think this is a very great space to enter. Of course, depending on the quantum that you have, the money that you invest in, the returns are also good. The payback time also less. But let's say, when I say not all of them can be, let's say a startup idea. A polysilicon or a wafer ingot plant is not a startup idea. Of course, you can get into the R&D side, on the innovation side. Now, when I talk about the innovation side, I mean, most of the companies in India, they are, let's say, setting up their own R&D labs in India. I mean, a couple of companies that I know, there's an NCPR in IIT Bombay also. Now, when we go back to them, the youth, problem statements are very simple. I mean, this is an open, let's say, statement that I'm giving to all the youth there, that, India is importing a certain amount of silver paste for its module manufacturing in India. Now, is there a way to reduce the usage of silver paste in a module in a cell manufactured in India? So that's where these are the simple problem statements. I mean, you can reach out to us, ISMA. I know we'll take it back to the companies that are funding these kind of problem statements, to all the IITs also out there. Or a simple problem statement, I mean, could be that, the current module efficiency is about, let's say, 24%. Can you increase it to 24.5%? These are the simple problem statements. Or when you change, how do we change the technology track in Indian manufacturing? Small things. but these matter a lot in the longer value chain when we capture the value chain in globally. Small things, but of course, to your question, financial viability is there. That's why we are growing up. That's why we are setting up more manufacturing units in India, and that's why we have a good plan.
As you talked about small things, but often it's the small acts that leads to bigger things in life and in solar.
Thank you.
And now Alok Pandey, CEO, Atal Incubation Center, Indian Institute of Technology, New Delhi. The temperature variability is of concern given the geography of India. The battery energy storage system are at niche stage as of now, and a market mechanism system needs to be triggered. How can that be made feasible?
Where the sun is not available, they can directly not use the solar panels, so that in that time the battery can a more powerful tool. That is a one point. Second point is the grid management system, where we can generate the energies. So a lot of part of India's, they are capable to increase excess of energy through the solars, but they are not able to consume it. So they can back to the grid. But if some of the startups or innovators are succeeded to create a good AI-based energy batteries, in which we can create a larger amount of energies for the longer period of time, so we can solve that particular challenge over there. In that, another startup, that is the interesting and the lovely thing, I must say, because I have in this space in last 17 years, the lovely and beauty thing is that one of the startups is creating cells, the battery cells. Those can able to store larger amount of energy in the particular battery. So there is two startup. One is creating a battery and another is creating a cells only. They are working only cells particular time. Most of the other startups are working in the floating solars kind of things, health monitoring system, and some of the startups are coming to us with the innovative ideas, the financial management, and to awareness to the households persons ki how if they can put up the a solar panel in the rooftop, how the financial management they can plan, that will be a larger benefit in that particular segments. So a lot of things, a lot of startups are working in that particular directions. There is a lot of solutions present through the innovators.
I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of the eminent speakers.
We hope you like this program. We look forward to your feedback on our WhatsApp number 9818120554. For participation in this program, write to us at sustainability.karma@gmail.com. Looking forward to meet you again at the same time next week with a new episode and a new guest. Till then, goodbye from all of us. Sustainability Karma.